Coming in hot, no iMovie music, starting with this show, bitch.
Yeah, straight into that coffee pour to make you pee.
It took me a really long time to realize that was an iMovie noise that was with the HeadGum intro.
Yeah, I thought I heard it somewhere else before.
She sounded familiar, but we weren't sure. Anyway, this is Coffee with Crachel. I'm Rachel.
I'm Chris, and what the hell is happening?
Yeah, you might have noticed there was a lack of intro besides the urination sounds.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, let's take a new census. How are you feeling about the coffee pour? Does it still make you have to pee?
Are you stuck in traffic, suddenly feeling like you have a full bladder?
Yeah, like, what's the deal there? You know?
Yeah, but anyway, in regards to why that's missing, we're going to actually talk about that in a little bit, because ironically, there's a question that fits in perfectly.
Yeah, so thank you to the person that emailed us, because we were like, how are we talking about this without it being weird? Okay.
So we're just going to fit that in later.
Yeah, but anyway, we have
some
coffee from a bench. This is from Natalie. And Squeezy just loves to eat right as soon as we start recording. So enjoy that mukbang fucking texture. Is that how you say it?
I have no idea. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah, it's like you watch people eat. And it's like, chill. I don't know. I
mean, if it was for a cat, like, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I would watch a cat eat every day. So this is from Bent Tree Roasters. Okay, so that tree is bent.
Yeah.
And this is the Black Squirrel Blend. Like, everything about this.
I'm loving it because also, like, the icon for this, like, company is a turtle.
But the turtle's shell is a coffee mug upside down.
So, like, I'm here for all of the animalness going on.
And this is from Kent, Ohio, so... maybe the only reason I'd visit Ohio for this coffee. I don't know. I feel like Ohio gets a bad reputation, man.
Ohio does have a bad reputation.
Is that where the tornadoes are?
There are tornadoes there, yes.
Okay, maybe
it's not
that's
like the
uncommon.
most concentrated part, but
it's like Seattle and rain. But it actually has been like the most rainy it's ever been, or something.
Yo, it's crazy.
There's
too much rain.
I just don't know what's normal because I haven't been here long enough. So
it's
I'm just kind of like,
definitely been like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's wetter, I would say.
Anyway, this squirrel coffee doesn't taste like squirrels, thank God.
How would you know? How would you know?
Well, I don't know. You stepped on one.
Okay. Listen, throwback to whatever episode I told that sort of
That was
tale.
fucking episode 2.
Was it really?
That was the one where we talked about childhood stories.
Thank God, because honestly, I've told that story more times than I think I've taken shits. Like, it's like...
It's so true. How many times have I heard renditions of that, each one more dramatic than the last?
You're right. I feel like I keep, like, the key inflections, though. Anyway, if you don't know what we're talking about, go listen to that episode. But this is tasty.
Yes, it's delicious.
She's
it's
a nice,
smooth.
wholesome bean.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's not going down slow like the turtle would imply.
I don't know. I feel like it's implying that you must drink it slow.
Interesting.
And I'm about that life, because there was an article, it was like an Onion thing, and it was like...
Oh God, it dragged you to a
perfectly
fault.
dragged me. I saw it on Facebook. Let me pull it up. But it's basically like how I drink too much caffeine, because I'm pretty sure we all have the same issue with caffeine. Am I right? But the article says, woman who drinks 6 cups of coffee a day trying to cut down on blue light at night or before bed.
Oh my God, because it's keeping you up.
Yeah. That is actually me. Like, I live perpetually in, what is it, like night shift for Apple, and like it tints your screen yellow. So by the way, every beauty video I watch, I'm like, is that foundation too yellow, or is that just, it's the filter.
Listen, I do that not because of the sleeping thing, although it might help. I don't know. I do it because to protect my eyes from headaches.
Poor corneas.
Because, listen, I was getting headaches at work all the time until I installed the thing on my computer to
and every app that gives me the option to put it into a night mode, I use it.
Absolutely.
Like, constantly. I never turn it off. Like, Twitter for me looks like the dark net. I guess, I don't know, the dark net from like what Mr. Robot showed.
Facebook would do that. Like, they don't have a dark thing for Facebook.
Because they want you to be like, I feel like Facebook, like, you go in and you're already, like, irritated. And that's the whole vibe.
Yeah.
I
get that. They want you to be alert and irritated.
And they have a blue logo. It's like blue.
Yeah.
It's like that alerting blue. Twitter's logo is like, hey, this is like a minty aqua. You could paint your bedroom and you'll be soothed.
Yeah.
Facebook is like, I'm here.
Speaking of Twitter, there was a change. There's a couple of changes, actually.
Yeah.
So, first, let's talk about the removal of the egg.
Would you
egg
say
apocalypse.
They finally cracked it?
You know what? That's like the pun that every single article used for this shit.
Oh, that makes sense.
It was. I saw one that was like Twitter just cracked all their eggs.
See, this is why I'm trying to get this job in social media. I want to be making these stupid ass tweets. I already make stupid ass tweets. Follow me, Rachel Whitehurst.
It's cool to get paid for them.
Yeah. But yeah, so they made all of the eggs, which is the default photo, to just like a hideous man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a face.
Just like a silhouette of a person. It's obviously, I mean, they said it. It's because like the egg now has like a vibe to it that it's like a bad.
The egg has a vibe.
The egg has a vibe that it's like, you know, a troll.
2 podcasts in a row that are named after eggs or something. I know but now
I get
just
it from
because
a
they
business
change
sense.
it doesn't make it like any less, you know, every time somebody follows me and they don't have a fucking photo, I'm like, who are you?
Exactly.
What are you doing? You can actually, in your settings, like, block those people or, like, mute them.
Oh.
And it's, like, all default. People that don't have a default. Or have a default, excuse me.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
They're doing that to, like, reduce trolling and harassment. But at the same time, like, I don't know about you, but I get tweeted by people that don't have a photo.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's, like,
Genuine,
very nice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel bad, like, doing that.
No, I wouldn't ever do that, but
I can imagine you'd have to if you're on
some
a certain
people
level.
would probably do that. Yeah, I mean, I get why they did that from a business sense. They don't want any kind of bad feeling associated with their brand, and I understand.
But at the same time, the egg made sense.
It made sense.
We have the tweet, which we all know and love, the bird logo, the birdhouse for the homepage.
Yeah.
You know, the lightning bolt. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, they went a different way.
Like, what about moments needs to be that striking and threatening?
Remember when, like, the biggest change was when they changed from a star favorite to a heart?
I'm still mad, and I still call it a fave. Do you guys still call it a fave?
Oh, yeah, I still call it fave.
It's not, like, liking, you know?
No, that's Facebook. Facebook now, it's like, here, choose one of these smiley faces. Like,
yeah, I don't know what's happening over there. It's, like, a mess. Like, I'll post something, and I get, like... They separate it by emotion.
It is too much. Like, when I go to post something on Facebook, it's really intense. It's like, here, do you want to put up this, like, weird slideshow of the last 7 photos of Lila that you took?
The worst is when, like, it's, like, my selfies, and it's, like, Friday Night In is, like, the thing, and it has, like, jazzy music, and it's just all of the worst photos of me you've ever seen.
But then after that, it's, like, here, what do you want to type with, like, here's the emotion you're having, and this is the activity you're doing, and, like, here's the shit you're taking, like, everything that's happening in your life.
Where you are.
Your location, yeah, it's too much. I'm intimidated.
I don't have my location turned on to, like, anything, though.
Oh,
like,
no.
I don't need people in my area, like, seeing my Facebook or whatever, you know? Like, that's
whenever
a feature.
I download any app, I automatically, but like if it asks me when I first log in, I don't turn on location settings, and I don't turn on push notifications.
Well, yeah, I don't have anything on notifications.
I have nothing on push notification.
I barely even have text on notification because I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb. So I really have like a blank screen 90% of the time. Mm-hmm. It keeps me from like always being on my phone.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. But on Facebook, you know, it's like I don't need every social media app to be like where you can find these like dating app. Like I feel like they're trying to do that with everything.
Everything is turning into
okay,
like
though,
a mixture.
I get that.
Like Facebook's like we're trying to absorb Snapchat and also Tinder. Like
yeah, I don't know. Do they have Tinder? I don't know what's going on.
I don't
there.
know. Everybody's like taking the like swipe left, swipe right like concept.
They have that in Words with Friends. Like,
yeah.
They literally have that there. It's so weird. Like, bitch, that 5-letter word was so hot. Like
there's an app for, like, looking for jobs that is the same way, too. You could, like, be like, nah, or I'm interested. Like,
it's useful, I feel.
Yeah. So, I mean...
It connects me with jobs.
How do you feel about Twitter and, like, the whole...
replies?
The replies thing? I know you don't like it.
I didn't think it was going to bug me as much as it does, but I'm getting used to it, and I feel like, you know, it's just... With Twitter... That's my favorite social media platform.
Yes, absolutely.
And I will take it.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I mean, I'm glad that it doesn't take up any, like, space in my tweet anymore.
I'm totally okay with the username not taking up space, because that's bullshit. But I don't like the way it looks, because you have to, like, look closely to see who a bitch is replying to.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was easier before to see, like, what the conversation was. And also, threads now just kind of, like... look weird. I don't know, but I'll probably just get used to it, and then I'm not even gonna like think about it anymore.
Yeah,
it's just weird because like the adding someone was like a part of like pop culture, you know, and now it's like you don't have to write that ever. and it doesn't ever show up anymore.
You know, they're just killing all of the different pop culture things.
Like,
you know?
what's next is... I don't know what could be next.
I don't know.
YouTube is going to be like, just broadcast Jimmy Kimmel. Like, they're going to change
are they
their
gonna make
tagline.
it that hashtags don't count for, like...
Ooh, but that could be bad. If they did that, people would go spammy.
Well, yeah, they're already doing that with, like, adding people. They do that to, like, 1 million people, and it doesn't fucking count. Like, I've seen pictures of people doing that.
Yeah,
on their
there should
tweets.
probably be a limit to, like, 10.
Yeah.
Because I can't... I mean, I'm never with that many people anyway. Like... Unless it's... Oh, but actually, when you're trying to tag makeup brands that you, like, post a photo.
I mean, you could tag
But some of them
photo.
just have it so you can't even tag them anyway. I'm like, all right, listen. I'm fucking trying to give you free promotion of your goddamn product. Let me tag you on Twitter. Like,
social media, it's a weird place.
Who is she? But yeah, so...
Let's talk about easily the most upsetting piece of news that has come out of the past week.
Highly controversial. Impactful worldwide.
And that's, you know, the dandelion crayon being removed from Crayola.
Well, first of all, I need to get a census here. We're all haters of Rose Art, right? That's something.
Who is Rose Art? Never heard of her.
It's just like you get
it's
it.
Like you
you're
put
like,
a crayon in between your fingers. Haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah. But their colored pencils were the ones that really offended me.
Yeah.
They never sharpened right, and they were, like, just not as viv, you know?
Listen, I was always a fan of Crayola because Crayola's factory was, like, 10 minutes away from my house.
See, I always wanted to do that, like, tour thing.
Oh, my God.
I'd see it on TV,
It was
and I was
amazing.
Like,
it was so cool.
They melt the crayons right in front of you?
Yeah, like, it's like, you know, the chocolate factory. You get to watch, like, them making some crayons. And then also they have, like, this giant room that's, like, all these different stations with, like, all of their products. And like
you can touch them.
Oh yeah, you can do whatever. There's like areas where you can draw on the walls and stuff. Like, it's wild. It was fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I've always wanted to go because I think I saw it on like Sesame Street or like, what is it? The guy with the neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers?
Yeah. Like there was like an episode where someone got to go there and they like did a whole thing about it. And I was like a kid and I was like, whoa, those crayons are melting. Like,
also, my neighbor, she worked at Crayola. I don't know what she did, but she's
naming the crayons because that's what I want to do.
At naming anything for any brand, my job.
Let me do it, please.
Bath & Body Works, hit us up.
Oh my God. I can come up with those descriptions.
Yeah.
Come on.
But she used to get like a whole bunch of free shit. And then like when school came around, like I didn't need to get any of that stuff because I got like 1 million markers and crayons and shit.
Were you cool when you had the 64 pack? Or the fucking like 94 pack?
There's like 100 and something packs.
I had the medium big with the sharpener, but not like super biffy.
Yeah. Biffy?
Beef baby, where is she now?
Well, shit. So anyway, Dandelion, she's going. I don't even remember Dandelion.
I don't know. It's macaroni and cheese.
It's macaroni and cheese.
And salmon.
Oh my God.
That was how I knew what salmon
Tickle Me
was.
Pink.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Pink.
Yeah.
Robin's egg.
Yeah.
Speaking of eggs, this is a podcast not sponsored by Eggland's Best. Fuck them.
Well, they're apparently replacing Dandelion, which is obviously a yellow color.
Obviously, Chris. Thanks.
Obviously, with some shade of blue. They haven't said what yet.
Oh, I wonder what that choice meant.
I wonder if we're gonna like vote on it, and maybe it'll be like dinosaur themed, like everything else is here. Like
this is T-Rex blue.
Next, Lay's choose a flavor is gonna be like dinosaur shit. Like
it's gonna be Paleozoic barbecue.
Everything just dinosaurs.
Please, honestly.
But apparently, Dandelion's going on like a nationwide tour of retirement.
What does that mean? Like they're just gonna put it in stock? Like you buy one crayon?
I don't know. No, they already I think it got leaked because there was pictures.
Who is leaking?
It got leaked because there were boxes at a store that their boxes now say like Dandelion is leaving like in all over them. And so,
okay, so this is all publicity for you to be buying Crayola products.
Literally one crayon is going and they're like, buy us,
This
please.
is like when Disney is like, now, for the first time in 60 years.
The vault has opened.
Yeah, it's like the Chamber of Secrets has opened. Here's Pinocchio. Like, chill out.
How does Disney get the vault to open instead of Parcel Tongue? What do they do?
I don't. They have to be. I don't know. I was gonna say a lot of offensive things, and I didn't want to. Listen, all I'm saying is that I understand you, Crayola. You are fucking riding that hype train right now. You're like, Pepsi. Pepsi
shit.
fucked
Yeah, let's actually talk about something that is actually really bad.
Easily the most embarrassed I've felt watching an advertisement.
Yeah, this is his biggest flop, like, biggest embarrassment of the year so
more,
far.
Like, what was the commercial before that had the most flack against it?
Oh, God, I don't even know.
I know. I can't even think.
Well, I want to start off by saying that I really do enjoy Pepsi. Like, I not anymore. Like, and I don't
even drink soda, so I'm waiting for them to fuck up.
I know they do more than soda, too, like Coke, but, like, I haven't drank a Pepsi product in years.
Oh, my God. Drags plastic cap.
So, I mean, I haven't had it in a while. I liked Pepsi more.
I don't think anyone's quizzing you to find out when your last drip of Pepsi was.
No, but like, I mean, I like Pepsi more than Coke. You know?
Oh yeah, I was.
I mean, Coke is equally as fucked up. Like, they're employing like slaves. You know.
Listen, I hate everything about them because they literally buy the health companies to be like, sugar isn't horrible.
Yeah.
Buy our soda.
Exactly.
So fuck off. I hate the soda industry so much anyway.
It's terrible.
So they came out with an ad that was like basically a depiction of a very vague protest. No one knows what it was for.
Yeah.
And you have Kendall Jenner ripping off a wig because she was oppressed by this wig, I guess. I don't know. And she shows up for this, non-specified protest and then hands a Pepsi to a line of like cops in like tactile gear.
Yeah, and then they like smile and they're like, oh my God.
We ended something. We don't know what, but apparently it's supposed to be like unity.
So are they trying to say that like protest, like youths, for lack of a better word, protesting is like trendy and that we're just doing it to be
soda,
like cool?
We get why you're out here. I don't know.
There's many other ways to market to millennials.
So like, here's what I'm thinking. It's weird because of the timing. Like, I know that there's constantly always protests happening, but like there hasn't been one like very publicized lately since like the
Women's March,
the Muslim ban.
Oh yeah,
True. And like I don't know like why they're doing it right now because it's like they're not even like associating Pepsi with like an actual message.
Yeah, it's
because,
one thing to be like standing up for something,
a cause, even though I still hate it because it's like I know that ultimately the brand, even if they're like out here being like, buy our product, we also support Planned Parenthood.
All right, I'd be cool if like the CEO of a company comes out and says like, as a person don't support this, but like a company is not. Like, it's reinforcing this whole thing that like
if Coke did a thing where it was like people showing up at like wearing pink knitted hats and then you hand them a Coke.
It's like, it's a weird line to like, where do you stand? Because on one hand it's like, hey, bringing awareness and like, hey, if they're going to be like supporting these causes, that's great. But also it reinforces that businesses are people, which is like not, and that's how it like is in the government. And so like then the businesses have like votes and like are paying for things in the government.
And also it's just also marketing and selling a product.
Yeah, it's
based on your views. It's very manipulative, and it's obviously like anytime I see a brand that's standing for something that I believe in, I'm looking at it with like a foggy lens, being like, I'm happy, but also worry because it's also a big advertising technique. But this is just like, it's not even capitalizing on like one thing. It's just like the vague idea of protest. Exactly. It could have been one of those like pro-Trump rallies. Mm-hmm. That happens all the time. Like, weren't there people that protested the Women's March?
Yeah,
like,
it didn't do very popular, but
I don't think that's what they were going for. But like, I don't know. It's just such a weird thing to make a commercial. It's so cringeworthy. Like, I'm sure it's still on. You don't
see Starbucks like making commercials because like Starbucks is actually like
they
doing
have said things
like they are hiring like immigrants and stuff. Like they're doing
like they're going out of their way to say that, hey, we hired a lot of but they're not veterans and immigrants,
but they're not making like commercials like this. You know what I mean?
Well, they did have one commercial about it actually, but it was more of like. It had a totally different vibe, and it had more to do with like their actual policy as a company. Like Pepsi's not out here being like, hey, we're hiring a lot of like people of color,
Yeah,
it's like not like Starbucks was like, we do hire immigrants and blah 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 blah, and it's like that's a business practice. This is more of like, hey, we're catching on that idea here.
You trendy kids and you're protesting.
It was just a mess. Like, Kendall Jenner, you gotta make some better choices. She's been in like so many situations with like cultural appropriation and shit. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that Pepsi pays a lot Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But man, did that go over badly. Like, I wonder partially if they knew it would go over like this, because you have to have someone that's like, hey, people are going to think this is really insincere and gross.
You cannot have people in a large company like this, like, thinking that this is going to be a good idea. Like, I work for a large company. There is so much thinking on that kind of level that goes on.
Yeah, the thought that goes on for the social presence.
Yeah.
Because you have to. Like, duh, it's
exactly.
smart. So it's like, did they know that it could be taken? Like, I'm picturing them, like, at this, like, meeting, you know, and you got, like, on the one hand, this could go over very well, and people could think that we're, like, trying to be, you know, like, inclusive in some vague way, and we're monopolizing on this, and people will be behind it. Or, like, were they also in the meeting being like, also, this could actually cause massive outrage and give us a lot of, like, I don't know, publicity.
Yeah. I feel as though, maybe they had, like, the intention of, like, this is, like, us being on the side, like, you know, we're
putting
that positive.
Side?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, if you want to do that kind of thing, you have to be, like, all the way in. You got to be, like, whatever cause it is that you're specifically talking about, you got to make it clear. You got to be upfront with that. You can't just be, like, vague. I don't know what this is.
We're capitalizing on protest culture.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're protesting, but buy Pepsi.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, it's embarrassing when you see, like, there's been so many great memes. Like, incredible.
It's fantastic.
People are killing it. I love Twitter so fucking much. But, you know, then people are talking about, like, they're tweeting at Pepsi, and they'll show, like, the photos of, like, a Black Lives Matter rally or a protest, and then you see, like, the photos that fucking, like, Fox News actually picks up, where it's, like, a cop getting a water bottle from a protester, you know, that kind of shit, and they're like, see, it didn't solve anything then, like, you know what I mean, like, what is a Pepsi gonna fucking do?
God.
It's just, like, it's very embarrassing, and
it's gone now, like, they took it away, but
I'm sure
damn.
Every company right now that's, like, a competitor are like, LOL, and also they would never make that mistake now, because, man.
It could have, though.
People were savage.
It could have been, like, let's get attention, whether it's negative or not, because, I mean, fuck. Look at Bill O'Reilly. He's got a lot of negative attention right now, and he's losing.
Fuck Bill O'Reilly.
He's got, like, advertisers dropping left and right from his show, but his ratings are up.
Yeah,
Like,
well, of course.
So, like, you know, it's like, is it a strategy to do that kind of thing?
I feel like that's the strategy of today, because people are so aware of how things quickly move through social media.
Yeah.
So they're just like, fuck, we'll take a risk and just have some really shitty attention. I feel like it's a quicker way.
Honestly, you can be controversial today. Trump will do something stupid tomorrow.
Yeah, because honestly, people will forget about this. It's like, when people make these terrible decisions, it's far less likely now for people to, like, do a full, like, ban of the product. Like, they won't be buying it. You know what
do you mean? I see, like, boycott whatever every fucking day of the week on
I know, and
Twitter.
then they get over it, because it's like there's always something new that someone's bitching about.
Yeah.
You know, rightfully so or not, you know? So I feel like they don't mind getting, like, a wave of negative attention, because then they'll have another ad in, like, a movie theater and everyone will forget.
Exactly. And the cycle goes on.
Yeah. So, it's interesting stuff.
I forgot the coffee fact.
Oh my God.
Just realized we are, you know, like 23 minutes in, and we're here with the fact, guys.
So if you were waiting on your toes there, get sat down.
We gotta educate.
Yeah.
So this says that a 2005 study showed that coffee improves memory, and then a follow-up study indicated that the memory-enhancing effects could be long-term. Yet to be seen in myself.
Yeah, I was going to say, me, I could see it. Were you drinking coffee from an early age?
I've been drinking coffee since, like, 9th grade.
I'm going to say 7th grade.
Well, then fuck me, you know?
Yeah, so those 2 years were crucial.
Yeah, well, you know, they should have specified that.
How much coffee do I have to drink? Because honestly, I'll give up sleep for my memory. Well, I don't know.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That's a topic of discussion for another time.
Shit. So I wanted to talk about a little bit of fun information that I saw about the Harry Potter universe.
Oh,
yes.
The HPU.
Yeah, in the movies. So as we all know, original Dumbledore, Richard Harris, he died after the second one.
I read this article too.
Oh, yeah. So then you guys might know of Ian McKellen. He is...
for the longest time, you're going to laugh at me. But, I mean, maybe it's an easy mistake. I thought they were the same.
It is. There's a
Dumbledore
lot of old
and
wizards.
That guy.
Yeah, he played Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Yeah,
they even have a similar name. Not at all, but it's a vibe.
I get you. So he was originally like in the list of people to be considered for
to take over.
Yeah, to take over. He might have actually been like at the top of the list, which is like weird because he's already playing like a notable wizard in a book movie adaptation thing. So that's confusing.
That's his typecast.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done other roles too, but it's like he really fits that.
Exactly. So then he said that he wasn't going to do it just because Richard Harris said that he was like a terrible, passionless actor.
Yeah, and he felt bad filling his shoes.
And he wasn't going to fill in, like the role that he did because he didn't approve of him. So
how do you think that would have been compared to what's-his-face?
I like Michael Gambon.
Yeah. You're one of those controversial binges.
Well, sure. I mean, it was the fourth movie, so like it was just bad
just bad directing.
Yeah, so it was just weird. But
he does give a more of an oomph even after that.
I like his, presentation of Dumbledore more than Richard Harris's. It was a little bit too solemn, and he never would have been able to do
we had to
like
raise
the later
the volume
movies
quite a bit, so that's something.
Harry.
Listen, I haven't seen the first couple movies enough to really get my full thought on that.
Yeah. So I just thought that was wild. You never know what goes on.
Because I've seen people say that they wanted him to do it, but I never knew that he was actually up for that role.
Yeah.
And why he turned it down. I wonder what would have been different, and I wonder how you would have preferred the acting if he did it.
Yeah, because Ian McKellen did a great job as Gandalf in those movies.
He's got that twinkle,
Yeah.
He's wise and knows things. He's very Dumbledore,
Mm-hmm. I always get Ian McKellen and Christopher Lee mixed up because they were both in the Lord of the Rings series. You haven't watched that, but I always get them mixed up, and then I don't remember which one is Magneto in the X-Men movies. Is that Ian McKellen?
Yeah.
Okay, and I always get it fucking mixed up.
Yeah.
Every time.
I haven't seen those in a while, though, but I'm pretty sure that's him.
There's a million X-Men movies. I don't even know. They released a quick teaser of The Defenders on Netflix, which is Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Iron Fist, and Iron Fist. It's security footage in an elevator.
And she punches the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked Jessica Jones.
But I feel like I'm already going to tune out.
I know. We didn't watch any of the other series in full.
Well, we tried to watch not Iron Fist.
We did Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
And it was good, but it wasn't keeping my attention as much. I just love the female protagonist.
Yeah. And
really
David Tennant was a great villain.
Yeah. The music in Luke Cage was really good, though. And I mean, he's fucking beautiful. And
of course, yeah.
It's just, it wasn't gripping me as much. I think that's something I could finish, but I don't know about the other ones.
I can't do these, huge universes anymore.
There's
too much. And, now, I loved the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not going to see the second one because it's getting tied into, everything with the Avengers. And there's,
I'm so behind.
There's a million movies in that, and it's just too much for me to handle.
Christopher Evans.
Christopher Evans.
Chris Evans, his contract with Marvel will be up after, the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And so it's 2 more years or whatever. And a lot of people are speculating that they're gonna kill fucking Captain America.
We'll see how it goes.
Because he's just he's saying in the interviews, he's my contract is up, but whatever they decide, I'm happy to keep playing the character.
Oh well, shit. Then I don't. If he said that, then.
I don't I mean, you got to say that, because you don't know if you're going to play him again or not. You know what I mean? So he's I mean, I would feel bad saying goodbye to the guy or something like that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens because Robert Downey Jr. also was talking I'm fucking done with Iron Man after the third movie came out and his contract was up, but yet he's still here doing everything. So
they pay him so much though.
Yeah, I think he's the top paid out of everybody that does that. Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money
in these parts.
Doesn't it fuck you up that Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars?
Don't talk to me.
It is too much. They have too much power.
Are you going to want to go to the Star Wars world that they're having in Disney?
I mean, that would be pretty cool. Obviously, my first thing is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Gotta go there.
They're saying it's the biggest extension to the park in the history of Disney.
That's wild.
The biggest map. They have full life-size things.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta fucking watch Rogue One. We still haven't watched that yet.
I know.
And the next one in the series is coming out this year.
Yeah, that's the next Force
with
Awakens
Rey,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, thank God. That I loved. I saw it twice in
It's
theaters.
The Last Jedi, I think that's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what the fuck Mark Hamill's gonna do.
Yeah, and what they do with Carrie Fisher's role.
I read that they're not, like, they haven't had to change any of the plot that they had.
That's wild, because I know they said they're not doing, like, any, like, CGI bullshit or anything with her.
So I don't know what they're doing, but they said that it's not, like, fucking up what they were trying to do. But I know it's going to be, like, I'm sure they're going to have to add some sort of, like, goodbye, unless that was already planned out, you know?
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
Gonna be wild.
It's going to be fucked up, and I'm going to cry a lot, probably. Because, you know, it was.
It was sad.
Chewbacca's still around, right?
Yeah, he's still here. Harrison Ford is the one
I need
that's
to see
gone.
that movie again, because it's been a long enough time now that I, like, am fuzzy on the plots.
Yeah.
When does that come out? Christmas?
Yeah.
Probably.
I just need to see fucking Han Solo bite it again, because honestly, I just can't look at his character the same knowing that it's Harrison Ford. Like,
are you going to see the movie that they're making of, like, his journey?
I will see that, because it's not Harrison Ford.
They didn't cast that yet, did they? Or did they?
Yeah, they did. I forget who it is, but
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he never liked the role. He never wanted it.
Yeah, it's like, it's so frustrating when you have to be so turned off to a role by the person, and it's like, for him, it's like, oh, it's just frustrating.
It's very frustrating.
Because he just, like, hated it, you know? And it's like, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but it's just like, it's giving such a shitty vibe to the fans.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, now I'll never be able to fucking handle Johnny Depp ever, and it's like, I didn't even really like him that much to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, oh my god, all the shit that's going on with fucking, you know, what's his face? Hyde from That 70s Show,
Yeah.
Danny Masterson. Google that, because it's really upsetting, and I feel like it really tarnishes that entire show for me. Because there's like...
And that's my favorite sitcom.
I know. And honestly,
yeah.
he was like my favorite character, too.
Yeah.
So, I'm really turned off. Scientology and men.
Scientology
Terrible.
just doesn't do
Both
it.
things, yeah. But it's like, it's sexual assault allegations, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of Scientology, why the fuck is Tom Cruise in the new Mummy movie?
Oh, yeah.
I saw the trailer for that. Brendan Fraser shows up for like 3 seconds, but like...
Wait a minute, he's in it? It's not like a... I thought it was like a redo of new Spider-Man
Well,
situation.
I was like half watching the trailer, so I might have been wrong, but I think I saw Brendan Fraser like, just like... He's like a teacher or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that classic kind of thing. He is also... It's going to be interesting seeing him after watching The Affair with his creepy role there.
Honestly, though.
But like, god damn it, I don't need Tom Cruise in another movie.
Tom Cruise can leave. Also, when I'm on like my news app, all I get are Scientology ads. Because we have that like place in downtown.
And plus, we watched like Leah Remini's stuff and like...
Well, like when you're watching TV, when you're watching cable in Seattle, because we have like an antenna, so we get like a couple news channels, you see actual Scientology advertisements, and I had never seen them before on TV.
It is wild.
It's so weird.
You know, sandwiched in between like the medicine ads.
And like a Ford Fusion, you know. It's just very weird.
Something else I wanted to talk about, which is very interesting, is you guys might have seen us stream a while ago when we were doing that.
Yeah, I know. We need to get back into it. We've been messy.
Doing things, but yeah, I definitely want to get back into that. But we played Overcooked a lot, which is a fantastic game. Always recommend it. But apparently, there was a whole thing that they have like an E rating, which is the lowest rating you can have for a game, like everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, E for everyone. Yeah. That's what the E is. The next one is like E10 plus. Basically just like PG, whatever. Gotcha. And so their icon or like logo or whatever, there was one chef that's like hanging down from it by his pants, and like in the original image you see his butt cheeks. But then like the ESRB, which is the rating board for games, they were going to give the game an E10 plus rating just because of those butt cheeks.
Yeah, and it was like one of those like cartoon...
It's a cartoon thing, and he's just this guy hanging upside down, and his pants are like falling off because he's fucking upside down.
I feel like we used to see shit like that all the time on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, like I'm just like...
How many times have I seen SpongeBob's ass?
Yeah.
Come on.
Like they changed it because they wanted to
get that rating.
To get that E rating, but like I'm just wanted to...
So funny.
Like I'm just confused as to why that's a thing. And then today... at work, actually, I'm learning about the different rating boards across like countries for movies and TV and stuff, like Germany and the UK and the US. And apparently, the US rating board is more lenient on violence, and definitely more strict on sexual content.
Yeah, that sounds about fucking right.
So they're like in like, and you know, English people, let us know. But like in England and stuff, like things that are rated by the BBFC, they can have like nudity or maybe some like sex scenes and stuff like that, and it will still be like their equivalent of PG-13.
Yeah.
But here it's like automatically
because it's, I mean, like I've seen many television shows from the UK and also a lot of like French movies and stuff, and they're a lot more lenient, and it's like, that's why it's,
the whole
America,
culture of America is just like
the way that
terrible.
we like sex is horrible, but also we're not going to tell you how to fucking protect yourself.
Yeah,
but you can see exactly how many ways to kill a person.
Yeah, and then
very
you can
vividly
go buy those guns very easily.
Oh yeah, like there was this really cute video that was like going around on Twitter. At least like it was like, oh, couple goals, or like this is what I'm going to be when I'm older, and it's like this old lady and like this old dude.
Oh yeah,
the water bottle.
Yeah, I watched that,
and I'm like, oh wow, this is so cute. Until I see her fucking shirt, and it's like something about guns, like something very pro-gun. I don't remember exactly what it was, and I was just like, oh god damn it. And there was like the top person that replied to it was like, yeah, but this is cute, but who do they vote for? Like,
yeah.
we all have like the same thought, like that's how I feel whenever I see like old white people talking and they're cute, because I'm like, but what happened? You know?
God damn. So, you know, ratings, they're very interesting.
It's interesting.
But yeah, we'll definitely get back into streaming somewhat too, because I miss it. You know, I want to talk to you guys live.
I wish you could stream Breath of the Wild.
Yo, that would be crazy. But Nintendo, they suck with that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
They really do.
There are people that I follow on Twitter that stream from their DS Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And I really want to do it.
I don't know how you set that up. You got to have like a separate box or something like that to get that
I really
figured out.
want to do it.
That would be
I know
great.
it would require buying stuff.
But
how fun would that be?
That would be a blast.
I would even do like a new town than what I already have, so it would be like
you can
our
only have
town.
one town. You can't have like separate things.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
And it would be like Happy Home Designer and Animal Crossing. Whatever. You
As
guys
far
can
as
come
I
to my
know.
town. I've seen so many people do it, and they're so cute about it. And
Yeah,
like,
if you did Happy Home Designer and like designed a house,
yeah,
like
have
fun.
people like vote on stuff. Oh, it would be so fun. I don't know. I'm gonna look into it, because if people do it, then this bitch can do it. You know.
All right, well, I think it's a good time to get into some questions.
Yeah, let's take a quick break from you-know-who. Well, you know, April showers brings May deflowering.
I need to leave right now. We're getting too weird with this.
When she's desperate as hell. I can't wait for the summer. I feel like I'll just be, 4th of July.
Here's the fireworks. Make some fireworks in the bedroom. I already got it. Like, here we go.
See, this is why we keep him.
So why are we talking about this?
Well, Adam and Eve is once again sponsoring this show. So what is Adam and Eve, Chris? We all know.
They're an online store full of different adult toys, vibrators, different games, lingerie, basically anything that you could possibly imagine to spice up your sex life.
Yeah, and so you can always use at checkout code CWC. That gives you 50% off just about any item and free shipping. So ship this right to the post.
You also get a whole bunch of free shit with that. You get 3 free adult DVDs and a free mystery gift. So again, just go to adamandeve.com, use code CWC, and to get 50% off just about any item, plus all that other free stuff. All right, let's do some Patreon questions from patreon.com/CoffeeWithChrachel. If you want to help support the show, become a bencho. First one is from M, who said, which stale memes have you been missing lately?
I thought I was going to say stale meat.
I miss Mr. Krabs. He's a good representation of like how I feel right now.
Yeah, my anxiety is him. I did toss out Beef Baby, and honestly, bring that binge back. Like,
yeah, where is Beef Baby?
Why? That was
definitely not a vegan meme.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Other memes that are stale. I mean,
I used the one that's the chicken that's running today.
I love that picture. It's also me.
I love bread.
That's okay. Listen, I tweeted that video at like 3 a.m. last night. Don't require it. It's Oprah. Go on YouTube, search "I love bread Oprah," and you'll get quite possibly my favorite 30-second clip that ever existed.
And then, after that, if you're looking for fun videos, the Kukitsa, remix one, that's the greatest video ever.
Listen, I love bread. And then she's like, but now I just manage it. That's me with cucumbers. But also bread, let's be real.
The next question is from Sonia, who said, what are your top 5 states you would like to visit?
Ooh.
All right, so obviously not Washington. We're here.
We're here.
Hawaii. We really are both like really jonesing to go to Hawaii. Jonesin.
Colorado. Mountains.
Oregon.
Yes.
Because it's our fucking neighbor is right there.
Ooh, what else? That's it. No, I'm just
no,
kidding.
my God.
I would say... Have I been to Maryland? Because I could get a crab. You know, a non-vegan crab.
I mean, that's a place that, like, we could stop by, like, when we go.
Been.
Yeah, you definitely have
Probably
been.
on accident, but I did it.
Did you notice when you were driving around, the roads got better suddenly?
Probably.
Like, then you hit Maryland.
Yeah, or Virgin. You know?
And then I think I'd pick, like, maybe, like, Connecticut or Maine or something like that to go to...
You've never been to Connecticut?
I've never been north of New York.
Holy shit, Connecticut is, like, thick. I remember when we...
What are you talking about? This is a small state.
Okay, listen. When we would have to drive from Philly to Cape Cod, it was like an 8-hour drive up north.
Well, yeah, that's through, like, every other state.
Yeah, but the drive, I used to complain, like, every time we would be in Connecticut because it would just take forever and it was not, like, that interesting to drive through, no offense.
That's just because, like, you were at the end of it and you were like, I just want to get there.
I'm done. But that was also before Gilmore Girls. Like, if I had known, I would know.
Yeah. I want to go to Stars Hollow.
I would say New Hampshire. I've never been up there.
Yeah, like New Hampshire, Vermont, that kind of area.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go visit Bernie Sanders.
I really want some good seafood while I'm there. You know? I watched this video. I'm obsessed with these videos from Zagat, you know?
Oh my God,
I feel like Emily Gilmore. And they have these videos on, like, how to actually eat different cuisine correctly. And I do it because I, like, want to not have an anxiety moment. You know? Like, I don't want to look stupid. But they had one, and it was, like, these hot-ass benches. And they were just breaking down crab meat from, like, fucking New York. And I was like,
God.
I know I'm trying to eat plant-based, but, man, I would love a nice crab right now. Huh. That's, like, something I'll have, like, once in the summer and be like, fuck yeah, bitch, yeah. I did that.
All right, the last Binjo question is from Avery, who said, I've been trying to get back into drawing or crafting of some kind. I'm just not sure what I may be good at or where to begin. What is your first stop when you started getting back into the creative/artsy swing? YouTube. Also, your bookmarks look adorable.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been working on a lot of stuff for my Etsy store, and tomorrow I have a call with that place that I interviewed at for a job, so, like... If I get some information, then I can kind of really narrow in on, like, when I'm launching this Etsy stuff.
Yeah, we're still in that, like, kind of, like, weird,
I'm in the
amorphous
stupid
state
limbo.
where, like, we don't know where we are. It's like, you know, on the Vampire Diaries, we're on the other side. Not quite, you know, in hell.
I'm in hell.
But, like...
But, like, it's just frustrating because, like, if I get this job, obviously I'm going to have to, like, really focus on, like, getting to know that job and everything. And the Etsy store is probably going to come, like, months later. But if I don't get this job, then I'm going to, like, zero in on it, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, so for inspiration purposes, Instagram and YouTube, literally the medium that you want to start in, whether it's watercolor, like oil painting, like ceramics, whatever, just type that into YouTube or Instagram, especially Instagram, and just watch other people doing it, and it just gets you revitalized, you know? I'm not trying to, you know, copy people's work, but it's like you see what other people are doing, you see how they're making fun videos, and then it just gets you to be like, I want to touch my paints today, or I want to touch my clay today, and then you make something. And also, for me right now, what I'm doing is, like, I have a lot of, like, scrap paper, because when I'm making these bookmarks, there's, like, scrap, and I'll just cover it with just, like, random, like, little things that I, like, are just stuff that I want to try out, and, like, not making everything with the intent that it has to be perfect, like, having, like, some things that you're just trying to experiment on also
just
helps.
Like having fun with it, and like if it ends up not coming through, then like come through, and like
come through watercolor. But yeah, it's been fun, you know. Hopefully, I'm trying to, like, inspire, too. Like, I'm trying to post snaps. I really do need to get a fucking tripod.
Yeah,
because then that would make my life easier.
Periscopes
but, like,
and shit like that you can do.
Yeah, it would be so fun. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, YouTube, it's so nice. Just watching other people, like, speed paint just makes you want to, like, mix around colors and stuff.
Yeah, but tweet us some pictures of whatever you make. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, everyone that makes art.
Yeah, everybody just tweets pictures of whatever crafty shit you're doing.
Yeah, we love crafts in our home.
Yes.
So we got a question from our website, which, by the way, you can submit longer questions to our website at CoffeeWithChrachel.net.
We got like a million ways to submit questions.
We're desperate. No. So this, without having to read all the whole thing, it was basically kind of asking us some more technical behind-the-scenes questions about podcasting and YouTube, because this person was thinking about getting into that. And, like, it's some things that people don't really talk about.
Yeah, and now in this day and age, like, it would be, if you're trying to go into like YouTube or podcasting and stuff like that, like with the intent of making it a kind of career thing, then it can be very daunting.
And also you want to go in like with some sort of professionalism.
Yes.
Like if I were to start a YouTube channel now, I would have started way differently than I did, because I was kind of
You mean not with rant videos?
Yeah. No. Oh my God. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so anyway, let's get into these questions about starting up a YouTube channel and stuff. So basically, what made you want to begin creating content in the first place? Honestly, boredom. Not gonna lie, I just wanted to have something to do, and I was in college, and I had seen other people doing it, and I was like very into blogging at the time, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this out.
Yeah, and I mean, with the podcast, I kind of wanted to get started, like, because I'd seen you making content for a while, and it seemed like cool to be able to talk about things that you were really interested in with an audience.
You needed
and, like,
a medium, and you tried YouTube, and you didn't like it.
Yeah.
Rip. Let's be real. Let's be honest.
It didn't work. It was terrible. Let's just get it out there.
He did not have fun. And like, you're not truly trying to do the Instagram thing, I don't think.
No,
so,
I mean, you can judge by my Instagram that I'm not really trying.
One leaf, one pancake a day. Not
and
really.
One building.
1 month, honestly. But yeah, you just needed like a medium, and podcasting became yours. And that was already after like fucking several years of us kind of doing multiple content creation things. Yeah. All right, so this next question is, I believe you had a management team. Did you have to reach out to a company, or did they come to you? So the way that I got a manager was actually through another YouTuber, like a YouTuber that I was friends with. They like told their manager, they twirled to their manager and they told them of my channel, and then that manager was like, oh shit, I like this bitch, and I'm gonna fucking talk to her at this next convention that we were both at. And so like we had like a meeting, and then we went from there. And I had several things that went down with management over the course of my YouTube life, like switching people. And kind of what ended up happening, like the way that I found most of that kind of information was through other YouTube friends. So you kind of like have to talk to people that are also doing the same thing as you, and you can kind of gauge what other people are doing, and find which, because a lot of like your YouTube friends will actually have like the information about working with a network or a management company that like was real, and not like what you just see in their FAQ page. Like
and I mean,
info.
Depending on like what kind of like MCN that you join, that's like the network, they also like have their own managers and stuff like that, depending on like which route you go.
Like for me personally, I never had a manager that was from my network until the one management company I was with kind of got absorbed by my network, and then it was like a messy, like I wasn't really sure what was happening kind of relationship.
That was just like the gist of YouTube.
A lot.
What's happening?
But, some people, their network, like if they have a certain amount of subscribers, honestly, like you'll get like an actual person that's going to be handling your shit. And I've never had like a personal assistant either, or like a video editor and stuff like that. I know, or like a videographer.
Yes.
It was just me and Chris. But I know like certain channels you kind of want that, like if you're going in like with the intent for it to look like almost like a television show, like you'll do that. Or if you're trying to go in more as a vlogger, it's not really necessary, especially at the beginning. No one really starts unless you're like already an established person, and then launching a YouTube channel is gonna be like instant gratification.
I would imagine, like, you want to start off a channel with, like, good quality of video, and now doing vlogging, or even just, like, regular videos. Like, if you have, like, an iPhone, like, I feel like it'd be, like, not as hard to do because there's such good quality. It's just making sure that you have, like, an end card and, like, actual branding for your channel, like a banner and an icon that's already like there, I feel like that's just something that you should do like from the beginning now, and even if it's something very simple, honestly, simple works really well. And I also feel like having the same name or as close to the same name as possible across social medias is helpful.
Do it if you can. Like, it's always a pain in the ass, but like it's possible.
Yes.
Okay, so many subscribers know that getting paid through YouTube is very wishy-washy. That's a good
way of putting it.
How does the pay system work out? Does the money from views and ads go to your management and then they get a cut? So it's kind of depends on like what you're doing. So For me, like, I was through a network, and so, first of all, YouTube themselves, they take a cut of your earnings. So you're not even getting, like, what you would fully get
YouTube
from your
is, like,
ads.
cuts, like, half.
It's a big chunk.
It's, like, 55% or, like, something like that. Yeah,
it's constantly changing, and they'll never tell you, so it's
fine.
So they take a cut, and then if you are with a network, usually they'll take a cut, and it's anywhere, I mean, I've seen some people up to, like, 80%, which is, like, fucking crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
That's wild.
Like, I don't know, like, there's, like, 70-30 splits, like, 80-20 splits. You know, some people are very lucky, and they get 100% of their rev. And, like, that was what I was doing for a while, but then they basically, like, made it, like, a law that you couldn't because they were like, we're losing so much money. It's fine, whatever. So, and then if you have a manager...
They work in
It kind of depends
ways.
on who you see.
Yeah.
Because I had friends who had a manager that always took a cut of their earnings, like, from just, like, videos that didn't even have, like, a brand deal in them.
Or any management influence whatsoever.
Right, like, just a regular video that you completely made with no help.
Yeah.
For me personally, my management, this was something that I specified, because I'm not, like, having that. Like, if I make a random, like, update vlog about my cats that has nothing to do with other people, like, I'm not having them take a cut of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So they only would take a cut when they would bring me a sponsored brand deal or something like that, because they were the ones that pitched me to the company and, like, did all of, like, the important messaging and emailing. So, like, obviously they're going to get a cut. And so that's how it works, and that's what I would, like, honestly look for if you are trying to, like, look for management.
Yeah,
because I just think
that's
it's
what makes the most sense.
Yeah, like, it being, like, almost like a case-by-case thing, kind of like how we get advertisements for the podcast. It's like, you know, it's just like a case-by-case deal that you're signing that contract, and, like, that's the specific amount of money that they're going to be taking a cut.
You don't want to ever have a manager that, like, you need to pay, like, you know, like, in that formula where it's like they get a cut of, like, the brand deal that you get, like, it's encouragement for a manager to actually get you a brand deal, because then
if
they don't get
you
paid.
a good brand deal, then they're getting their money, you know?
Yeah,
that's
and if they
point.
don't, then they're not getting money. So, like, that's the way that works out good.
What skills or type of content really is necessary for advancement on YouTube as a content creator? I mean...
Video production, like, skills. Like, that is very important.
And I would say, like... consistent branding across channels is very helpful, because people know it just looks better, and people think, like, you're more authentic in that way. But also I would say, like, one of your best skills you can have is networking, and that's, like, with brands, other content creators, people that work in the industry. Like, you got to be following people on Twitter, checking out LinkedIn. You got to be, like, you know, reaching out to people via email. And, like, I hate it. Like, let's be honest. I don't like being assertive, but making connections with people, it's important. But at the same rate, it's kind of a vibe in this industry where it's almost like people cross the line between, like, what a friendship really is and what a business relationship is. And I'm not here for it. Like, none of my collaborations that I've ever done have been, like, a business transaction, because that would be just, like, very unauthentic. Like, there are literally collaborations, guys, that happen, and it's just because, like, two management people reached out and they were like, we're gonna cross promote the channel. Yeah. And you don't even fucking know each other. You're meeting that person that day, and then you have to film a video
That's
together.
when it's not genuine, and you can tell.
You can feel it, and, like, I could just never do that, because, like, I'm sorry, it would just be too uncomfortable for my content. Like, I just could tell it would be uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there have been people that I've met that, like, we've been following each other for, like, a million years, and, like, the first day that we met was the day that we filmed a collab, and, like, that was, like, slightly weird, because it's like that was the first time that you were, like, in the same room with that person. Like, you also don't know how they normally film their videos, like, behind the scenes, but, like, that almost gets, like, dissolved completely because you're friends already, like, via Twitter and, you know, YouTube and everything. But I don't know,
it's all a wild world of trying to you know, make friends.
But I really do think, like, the networking aspect of YouTube is it is an important way for you to actually have growth, and also, you know, Instagram as a vehicle, because Instagram and Snapchat, anything where you can be very interactive with your audience, one, you should be doing that anyway because it's fun. Like, let's be honest. And two, it helps to build, like, a relationship with your viewers, and then it's more incentive for people to follow you because they know that, like, you're actually interactive, and it's not just, like, I don't know, for me, like, the people that I come back to their content over and over again are the people that have a very, like, good relationship with their viewers and it's not like totally impersonal. But then at the same time, if it's like a cooking channel, I don't expect like our relationship. It's more of like, that's just for the content. So it's kind of, I don't know. I
feel like though YouTube though, even no matter what kind of content you're making,
there's still interaction.
It's a community based kind of video experience. And so like, regardless of what you're doing, like if you're a huge network, like, you know, Sorted Food or Rooster Teeth or stuff like that, there's still communities there.
Yeah, they like the way that they'll do it is like you're voting on essentially like what their next recipe is going to be or like what game they're going to play or whatever.
Yeah. So just having that community interaction.
That's like the number one thing. And plus it makes the experience of YouTube, like that's the one thing that I miss, but I still get like via all of my other social media. And like that's the hands down the best part of this podcast has been the community that we've created from it.
And arguably the community here is like, you know, the most like active we've had. Like,
like the most interactive.
Yeah.
And it's like very rewarding to keep doing the content, you know? It said, what did you dislike the most about YouTube and the YouTube community? Obviously we know stability for me was like an issue, and like, I don't know, I just have like other things that stress me out, and I just didn't want to be like constantly a mess.
Yeah, I get you.
You know, and I mean,
I would just say like the instability of it all is like...
There's a lot of instability.
Yeah. At this moment in time, as a person, I would not be pursuing YouTube as a career path, like starting off fresh.
Yeah.
Just like because...
I think it's important, even if you are doing YouTube, I think it's important to also have your foot in other places.
Yes, just because they're making so many changes right now that are anti-creator.
Yeah.
And so... Like,
I think a lot less people are, because it used to be like you're a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Now I feel like people are really just being an influencer or a content creator, and they're like letting it be vague, because I don't think anybody really wants to have only their stake in YouTube now, because it is so unstable, and it's just it's a better strategy, honestly, to be like at least doing content somewhere else too.
Yeah.
You know?
Recommend live streaming.
I love live streaming, fucking podcasting. I mean, God, you can do like pretty much anything.
Yeah, there's a place
having
for
a
anything.
blog, like being an Instagram person. Like people make videos just for Instagram. Like they have no aspect on YouTube at all. They're literally just making them on Instagram.
Yeah,
and they're doing really well too. So like just having your foot in other places, I think, is pretty good. But what I dislike most, I mean, like the instability probably, and also just like, I don't know, me as someone who is a depressed and anxious person, obviously it's a very daunting thing to be like constantly harassed and like made more public. And like obviously I put myself in that situation, and like I did that when I was like 18.
Yeah, as you grew and you realized,
I was like,
where
wow,
you
I don't
were.
want this.
I
don't want like I want to have like our community of people that are like listening to our show, but like I'm not gonna lie, like I don't want to be on TV. I don't want to be that well known. I'm a very much like I'm a more private person than I used to be, and it sounds weird coming from me because I am open about like mental health and other personal things, but it's like things that I feel like can help other people that I feel comfortable opening up about. But like little things I don't think need to be discussed anymore, and it's just like I don't know. I like a more relaxed life. And
yeah,
I don't know,
you like kind of the area we're in at this moment, you know?
It's just, I don't know. It's just, it's very stressful to, like, put yourself out there in that way, and it's like, you can do it, and you can have, like, a thick skin, and you can just, like, not read comments if you fucking want to. Like, there's comment moderators and all these things, and it's like, that's totally cool, and, like, you can make it work, but, like, it is something to put up with that is not fun, and especially...
You gotta have a thick skin.
Like, I mean, like, and I have a thick skin, but, like, at the same time, like, I'm also a vulnerable person who is, like, dealing with a lot, and I kind of don't need to add more to that. Like, what's already going on in my actual, real, personal, present life.
Yes.
Other than, like, what's also going on online. Like, it's just a lot to handle sometimes, but, you know, you can do it. And also,
absolutely,
it might not happen, I don't know, but it's kind of like, there's literally, I see people get hate for, like, they just made a pickle. They brined the fucking pickle, and they're like, I can't believe you used that jar. Just stupid shit.
But then, I mean, like, you guys, you're fucking great.
No one is safe. I don't know. And then, since you've moved on to podcasting, what do you like better about this medium rather than YouTube? For me personally, I feel like I do better in the long form. And I don't know.
There were so many like video ideas that you had, especially when you got to like when you're doing bye phobia and talking more about those like mental health issues and stuff like that, where you didn't want to like for successful YouTube channels, like you kind of got to be like snappy, like 5-minute videos, and you didn't want to like make concise little points without elaborating on them for a video. You want to talk about them like we do here.
I feel like I can be the most myself on a podcast setting because there's no editing.
Yeah.
You know, like, we'll fuck up, you know, Lila will kick something over and, like, we cut that out. But, like, for the most part, like, this is just me and Chris sitting down talking and, like, this is just how we are. And I feel like it comes across the most genuine than any of my other content. Like, even some of my tweets, I feel like they're not, like, insincere, but it's just, like, you have to edit yourself in the way that you talk normally and all these things.
Yeah.
And this is just nice for me. I really enjoy it. And also, I feel like we can talk about a larger variety of topics, and there's no, like, huge rush for us, at least with this show, to be like nailed down to one genre, though there are obviously genred.
Obviously, you can have like there's like the podcast about a specific show is a huge area of podcasting,
or like a specific topic in general.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I enjoy that there is no middleman with us. Like YouTube is like a platform that really controls like, you know, how stuff gets out there and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like,
we have iTunes fuck up sometimes.
But it's like iTunes is not the only way to get the show. And it's like we kind of just like host it on like a server and then it's like distributed out to different areas that...
There's always a way if something was down for you to enjoy the content. And, like, we've already talked about it before, like, in the future, like, obviously the show probably won't go on for, like, 20 years, you never know, but, like, however long we do the show, like, whenever we're finished doing it, like, we would probably stop, you know, paying, like, the fees that we have to pay to have it hosted everywhere, but it would always be available, like, somewhere where you could just listen to it directly, like, whether it's
ironically,
on our website.
YouTube.
Like, YouTube, we have them all uploaded there if you don't have, like, an iPhone or, like, an Android, so... Like, that's what I would do, but...
Yeah, speaking of middlemen, let's talk about...
that was the last question. It was
okay.
like, we always hear this is a HeadGum podcast before the start of the show. How did you become a HeadGum podcast? And
a podcast.
A podcast. And also, how do you gain, like, the ads for the videos? So, we're actually no longer with HeadGum if you didn't catch our stupid joke at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. So basically, we kind of just wanted to maintain full control over the show, creative and advertising ways.
Yeah, so that is now all on us, bitch. So and it's good because, like, honestly, like we were okay. Like we were fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We're okay.
Yeah. So, and then as for advertisers, like, we work with an advertising company.
Yeah, we got, like, one advertisement through our old, like, service that we had, that we were on Libsyn. Like, that was where
we were hosted before.
Yeah, and then through there, we got an advertisement, and then from that advertisement, we met a company that manages podcast ads for...
And, like, sends them out to different people that make podcasts.
Yeah, and so then that's how we got in touch with that. And then also, you know, Adam and Eve, we
already had a relationship from our YouTube channel.
We're working with them on, like, everything.
Yeah. And, like, we've also, like, reached out to brands and, like, have... Because that's something that you kind of have to do, too, is, like, you have to reach out to brands, and I always feel really uncomfortable. Like, I know people that literally, like, they don't even have to buy products because they just reach out. And I'm like, I'm not on that fucking level where I'm just like, please give me this foundation. Like, no. But, like, in terms of advertisements, you can just be like, hi, this is the blank show, you know, blah, 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 have your rates, all that kind of stuff, impressions, and all of the downloads that you get. Provide them with the data, and then if if they have the means or the availability to be, for us, it's like, it's surprising how many brands are willing to advertise on podcasts, because a lot of them rely heavily on, like, visuals. So it's actually been more stable than YouTube for us personally, at least in the last few years, you know. And that's fine.
I'm here for it.
I'm okay with it. So we hope that answered some questions or gave some insight into the content creation
world
landscape. I'm not gonna lie, like, probably my least favorite thing of, like, the entire industry of doing it is having to track down paychecks constantly. Like, it's not fun.
That's not different in the podcasting world.
It's never different, and it's just always going to be something that frustrates me because we're very punctual and we make sure that everything is always, posted on time and given ahead of time.
Like, you'll maybe work for somebody, make a video, and like they'll be like, okay, turn this around in 48 hours and get us the video, and then you won't get paid. And
they expect that of you, regardless of your production.
You won't get paid for like 2 months then.
Or 6 months.
Yes. Yes, 6 months has been a thing.
And that can be hard to, plan your life around, because you're like, can I go on this like day trip or whatever, or am I not going to get this paycheck this month? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you don't really know when things are coming, and when you ask, people are not happy that you asked. So it's like, but at the same time, you kind of have to ask, because when it's been so long, you're like, okay, I have a right. And sometimes it's like the check was, sent to the wrong address.
I feel as though, like, in this industry, a lot of checks just, like, get eaten by the postal service, because that seems to be something that happens. And
I wish more people did, like, direct deposit, to be honest.
Oh, my God, that would be so great.
Because, like, something that we've considered is literally making, like, a whole separate bank account just for all online content stuff, because it is so annoying doing our taxes the way that we are doing it now. And that's been what we've been working on this week when we had our audio fuck up.
Taxes. That is the worst part of content creation, taxes.
Yeah. And if I get this job, it's another job that like doesn't take out taxes. So I'm just that tax binge. And it's like, I'm actually learning a lot.
You're a tax preparer's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I really am. I'm a mess. So thank God we use like an online program,
All right, let's end the podcast with this wonderful question. Does anyone even really like kale? I mean, like, really enjoy it?
Okay.
Controversial.
Well, on its own, it has to be, like, the way that Wayward does it. I don't know how they do it.
They advertise as garlic steamed kale.
And it's, like, actually not bitter. Like, somehow
it's not garlicky. Like,
it doesn't taste. Yeah, it literally just tastes like almost like broccoli. Like the way broccoli tastes when you just like boiled it. Essentially.
Also, the purple kale is like delicious. Very, very good.
It's just like the way that they do it. It's not bitter. I've had kale salads before, and you can tell that that's the thing with kale. Like, for my own salads, like, I do not buy it. I buy kale for my smoothies because I don't care if it's blended up and I add enough fruit, I won't taste it. But, like, for my salads, I use arugula or, like, baby mustard leaves or, like...
You like pepper greens.
Pepper greens.
Wow, shock. Vinegar, pepper green,
spinach,
brino over here.
Anything. Because, like, kale, you have to manipulate. You have to, like, literally get in there and, like, massage. And it's just annoying and takes time. But
I'm not a fan of it just on its own. I'll have it in the same ways, but I'm not having a kale salad, even if it's got a million other things in it.
Even if it has a little bit, if I can do it if it's just like not all of the greens are kale. You know what I mean? Like, I got a salad once and it was all kale, and you could tell that they had just like drizzled the dressing on it and like did nothing to it, and it was like eating like grass. It was just like so tough.
Bitter.
But if you like massage it correctly, but it's just like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
In a smoothie though, it's fine.
You're like, why do I gotta massage this? Like, I want a massage. Yeah, like, come on.
I want one. Oh my God. So we got one of those head massager things.
Like the little like sticks that you kind of like.
It looks like a whisk that has been through it.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. And holy shit, I had a headache today, and like Chris comes home with the Amazon package and he just gives me a nice little whisking, and holy crap, it was like I had full body goosebumps. Like,
oh man,
it was incredible. So get yourself one.
It's the little things. Just do that while on a squatty potty and you'll be living.
You'll be living like the Crachel life, okay? Literally,
while playing with kinetic sand.
Kinetic sand, squatty potty, sheet mask, head massager.
That is the Crachel vibe.
And some candle burning. And that is my mode of total relaxation. And colon, health.
Yes. All right, with that,
let's please end. All right, bitches, stay tuned. We'll see you guys on our next episode. Bye.
Bye. Alright guys, so since we talked about ye old dandelion crayon that's going out,
ribbon dandles.
We'll talk about the ones that are still gonna be there.
The ones that haven't gotten away yet.
At least I think these are all still there. I don't know. These are just colors that have existed in Crayola crayon form.
To be honest, I haven't really fucked with a Crayola in a very long time, so I'm not really sure what the roster is these days.
Who the hell knows, but there's a lot of weird ones.
Alright, so starting off with Nicole Dowling, who is Mountain Meadow.
Melanie Weldon is unmellow yellow.
Alex Capraro is almond.
Kim Boisvert is quicksilver.
Shannon Shires is shiny shamrock. That was a lot.
Yeah, really. Say that 5 times fast.
Dope.
Alicia McKee is smoky topaz.
Kimberly Proza is blueberry.
Sammy Jessam is tickle me pink.
Sarah Booth is bubble bath.
Kate Convery is white with confetti glitter.
Taylor Collins is sizzling red.
Emma Corbeil is black coral pearl.
Sloan Fuller is slimy green.
Ew. Angelica Feliz is outrageous orange. Is that like a YouTube series? Like
Daisy Blossom Dottie is peridot.
Mary Beth Murphy is Bigfoot feet.
Whoa. Valerie Molina is eerie black.
Kennedy Rochelle is cotton candy.
M. Samek is emerald.
Rebecca Edmondson is lemon yellow.
Taryn Parker is deep space sparkle.
Alana Barbosa is red salsa.
Lutzi is burnt sienna.
Is that an eyeshadow?
I don't know.
Megan Ashley is smashed pumpkin.
Cody Castillo is cast iron.
Bailey Lynn is cinnamon satin.
Emily Tormey is torch red.
Sonia Vazbrun is banana mania.
Me. Sabrina Hughes is sapphire.
Fiona is raw sienna.
Stephanie Oliver is olive green.
Sylvia Ehrlichman Gross is manatee.
Juanita Cara is carmine.
Annie Wynn is winter wizard.
Cassandra Lee is desert sand.
Emma Nygren is lemon.
Courtney Hall is Granny Smith apple.
Becca Jansen is eucalyptus.
Angela Sue is koala tree.
Michelle North is misty moss.
Erin Bray is mandarin pearl. Random.
Interesting. Jade Agoshi is bittersweet shimmer.
Maya Elizabeth is mystic maroon or mystic.
Ishbel Mendes is bluebell.
Talia Miller is English vermilion.
Margarita is ultramarine blue.
Avery Labelson is beaver.
Chloe Archer is cherry.
Anthony Hood is Giants Club. What?
Mariah Hanna is maroon with glitzy gold glitter.
Wow. Liz Hallbrook is green lizard.
Jennifer Habgood is copper penny.
Whoa, Squeezy's also copper
loves
penny.
that.
Madison Greer is green yellow.
Madison Wolfe is timber wolf.
Megan McNally is jelly bean.
Megan Preyes is mahogany.
Corey Springfield is spring frost.
Ilka is Milky Way.
Jacksadora Who is maximum red.
Whoa. Nicole Allen is alloy orange.
Courtney White is baby powder white.
Bridget Carey Davis is brilliant rose.
Jennifer Cornwell is licorice. You know?
Sophia Koch is soap.
Ash Roselle is smell the roses.
Jackie Burkhart is purple heart.
Beth Fonseca is amethyst.
Ian Murphy is dark Venetian red.
Definitely murky. Kendall Berg is jazzberry jam.
Allie McGregor is alien armpit.
Me as hell. Megan Grilly is illuminating emerald.
Chloe Ireland is Yosemite campfire.
Taco Roach is off-road.
Haley Cadwalder is wild blue yonder.
Camellia Malky is key lime pie.
Maddie Pullman is mandarin pearl.
Amanda Pete is orange soda.
Caitlin Whalen is white with glitzy gold glitter.
There's too much happening. Cody Robinson is robin's egg blue. We all know her.
Lauren Chavon is blue with shimmering silver glitter.
Dana Daly is sunny day.
Megan Wilson is eggplant.
Claire Wood is fresh air.
Anna Hernandez is classic banana.
Sarah is Sahara Desert.
Flynn and Drew are wintergreen dream.
Bridget Dubin is bright yellow.
Hillary Gay is fiery rose.
Mackenzie Knight is macaroni and cheese.
The classic. If they ever get rid of that, I am quitting.
I'm yelling.
Rachel Evans is Van Dyke Brown.
What are you quitting? Like,
I don't know.
I'm
quitting
Crayola.
coloring.
All right, well...
The other bean sponges, they are, the little bits of shaving that goes off in that little...
in the box where you have the sharpener that never worked?
Yeah, you guys were cool.
Peel the paper down? Yeah, you were cool as hell if you got that.
Yeah.
We got Allison Francois.
Ashley Riefenberger.
Joanna Jensen.
Mallory.
Allie Malone.
Kathleen Wynn.
And Rose Barnett.
Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. We love you.
I'm laughing because I feel like Crayola, they were really creative and then they got really bored, so they just went for like really legit color description.
With
like,
glitzy gold.
And silvery gold glitter. Like, you gotta come up with something better than that. Come on, Crayola.
You know, maybe one time we could do rose art. Just kidding. They're
Whoa,
trash.
fuck them. I'd sooner do, I don't know what the other one is.
I don't know any other brand.
The one with like the animals all over it. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you
That
mean.
might be rose art, honestly.
I don't know what it is, though.
All right, well, we hope you guys are feeling one with your color. Let us know if that color that we described
Speaks to you.
Yeah, like, is it your vibe, your aura?
Is it the color of your bird? You know?
Yeah. Oh, too much. All
Too
right.
real.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.